how do you, as a man in 2025, treat a woman correctly? Cheating, a lot of people think cheating is doing something, and it is. But cheating is emotionally slipping into something.
Absolutely.
Cheating is pornography.
Absolutely.
That's cheating. I don't like how men are speaking to women these days, and how men think that's the way to speak to women.
Absolutely.
And how women are speaking to men.
I'm about to say it's
the
shots. Battle of the sexes.
It's shots on both sides.
It started to make me feel like, yo, is y'all straight still? You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Super honored that our sponsors are making this possible for you to listen to. A group of colleges that I work with, Aviation Institute of Maintenance nationwide, where they train people for the coming need of mechanics in the aviation field.
Big shout out to our sponsors, man. Chick-fil-A, Broad Creek Crossing in Norfolk, Virginia, right off Military Highway. Go check my folk out. You already know what the chicken is.
That'd be weird. That'd be weird if a guy was like, I'm done with y'all, man. I'm out.
Yeah, bro.
So are y'all seen the Michael Jackson book come out?
Movie?
Oh, yeah. His nephew playing him.
Huh?
Yeah,
I ain't
it's one
nothing
of,
about that.
who is it, like Tito Kid or something? One of them.
No, it was Jafar.
Yeah,
At the theater?
yeah, they're making a full movie, and like his nephew playing him, he looked just like, and I mean, he's like perfect pick. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like, so yeah, I forgot they
Me and Van definitely gonna see.
But yeah, I think there was some legal issue.
Knew nothing about that.
I'm so hyped, bro. I'm gonna tell you the funniest Michael Jackson movie ever. It's called Finding Neverland. I think it was on Lifetime.
I ain't never seen that.
Bro, listen, I'm talking about.
It's a documentary.
Nah, it's a. So apparently, I don't know the whole. I didn't do the research, find out how accurate it was, but it's like told from the perspective of one of his bodyguards. That was like one of his last bodyguards in the last stage of his life. And so apparently, all that illegal stuff was happening, and Mike had like left the country.
Yeah.
And then like when he came back, this bodyguard was assigned to him when he was going through stuff and having all his financial problems.
Yeah.
And it's told from his perspective, like this is who Mike really was. And it's an interesting premise, but it's just the movie is.
Can you find it now, you think?
I saw it on Prime.
Oh, really?
I saw it on Prime. It's called Finding Neverland.
I'm gonna check
And
it.
it's like if it's accurate, it's really freaking sad about how things turn out.
Oh, yeah, I heard a lot of sad things.
They just had a scene in that joint where the dude was playing Mike. They had some scenes where if he turned the right way, he looked like Mike, and other ones it was like, who is this dude? He don't look like Mike at all.
Oh.
And so it was kind of like that type of makeup job, whatever.
Sheesh,
But
fine.
man, there's a scene. I'm talking about. I died, bro. Like, I think one of Mike's brothers is outside, like fussing at him, trying to get something. And Joe Jackson, like, if I remember correctly, the brother does. The brother like takes his car and like rams through Michael's gate, and like security goes off, and the cops come out there, and Mike like pops out the house and like does this awkward sidestep jump that made no sense whatsoever. Bro, it is the funniest scene I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna watch it.
I rewound that J 8 times and died laughing. I was like, why they do Mike like that, bro?
I'm watching it today.
Like, Mike had way more coordination than this. He's not gonna pop out the house that way and then jump to the side.
Yeah.
So find
They should
that.
have played y'all song, Pop Out.
Pop out. This is song coming soon. Really important. Superman. How we feeling?
I don't know how to feel, but I'm gonna watch it.
Why you breathe like that?
Because DC been whack, bro.
DC be struggle bus, man. But
So
they'll have a home run followed by a fumbling of the ball.
well, that's what I'm hoping happens.
I don't know sports
It's a
analogies
home
well,
run.
so that's why those are two different sports. That don't
Well,
go
that's two
together.
different sports. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like
got you.
it'll be like Aquaman. Aquaman was fired to me.
I don't think I watched that.
Aquaman 1 was fired.
I just don't want to see
And
them in
Aquaman
the
2 was
water.
like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Aquaman just seemed like such a lame character, to
Bro,
me.
no, not at all. Jason Momoa killed that joint, bro.
I'm sure. I'm just talking about Aquaman in general. Like, bruh, it's so much happening up here. What are you doing in there?
No, bro, that's what you see. That's 70% of the earth down there.
I got you, but we live up here, bro. We need you up here.
How do you know what's living down there? You don't. That's the beauty of Aquaman.
I guess so, man.
We know 5% of what's in our oceans.
Let them do what they do.
That's frightening, bro.
Okay.
We know more about what's in space than what's in the ocean because we can't see down there and reach down there.
That's true.
That's a frightening stat.
You know the most
It's like
frightening animal that I've never seen but heard it described?
What?
Leviathan.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you think
What if
Leviathan is...
what if that's not analogy and allegory. What if there's down there?
Really is.
What if it's down there waiting in the depths of the sea that we can't see?
We need Aquaman.
And God be like, man, I'm tired of them, man. Go ahead and get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if God be like, man, go and turn to chapter 16 in Revelation and go and knock them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know where that thing comes from.
Aquaman's still whack though.
No, he's not, bro. Like, what you talking about?
I may watch it, but Superman, I'm hoping it turns into one of those home runs.
Listen, I think it can go either way. Yeah. That's a dope shirt, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I love that Van has a gap in that. I did not. That's fire.
Yeah, I put that together for,
So you just drew the Legos? Is that AI?
No. What happened, we went to the pre-screening of Piece by Piece, a Pharrell joint, you saw that movie?
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Anyway, it's nice to see Virginia in that way. That was
so happy.
crazy. Anyway, he gave everybody an app to kind of make themselves. But for real, to make themselves in the Legos. But the app didn't really, it won't. So I took my app, my version and Van's version home and did some Photoshop into it and made this. You know what I mean?
I need you to make me a Lego joint.
Yeah, got you, bro.
You do that, bro.
I'll work it out.
That's dope. Why you look devious though? Like Van look like safe.
It's the beady eyes.
Nah, it ain't that. It's the eyebrows.
Is it the brows?
She got beady eyes, but it's the eyebrow. Look at the eyebrows.
Yeah,
Don't
maybe
you
the eyebrows.
look evil in there?
Like what we had
You
planned.
look evil to you? So was
This is what we talking about.
huh?
How we treat our women.
Yeah, does it make
I wore this because I knew it was going to talk about
there's so many subconscious
like
layers to
that.
this stuff.
You like it?
We was talking about kids and not losing connection with them.
Yeah.
And then we, the reason this podcast even started, we was having a conversation about how the men versus women culture
Sure
stuff
was,
going on. And
yes.
these dudes giving dudes with no relationship, no marriage, whatever, giving relationship advice.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You don't know what
And
you're
these
talking
young men eating it up.
eating it up and like the Samuels and all that type of stuff. No disrespect to the dead.
Yeah.
That whole culture of
Yes.
like whatever. It was just like I don't like how men are speaking to women these days and how men think that's the way to speak to women.
Absolutely.
And how women are speaking to men.
I'm about to say it's
the
shots. Battle of the sexes is
it's shots
crazy.
on both sides.
It started to make me feel like, yo, is y'all straight still? You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Bro, like people is really out here taking jabs.
Yeah.
50% of the population of Earth. Like all of y'all this. I'm like, bro, you can't, we won't survive without the other.
We got to reproduce together?
What we doing, bro?
Right.
And it's crazy, man. It's like, so we started there.
Yep.
But I don't know if we ever talked about this. Like, how do you, as a man in 2025, treat a woman correctly? And it's crazy thinking about the fact that there's a lot of young brothers who see this, and this may be the first time they ever heard something like that.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
crazy, right?
I guess we should also think about the fact, because I know the rebuttal would be, well, what kind of woman we talking about?
Well,
Because some guys lump, and some women lump certain men and women into a category, like all men do this or all women do this.
well, I guess let's do this. Let's do this from the jump. I don't care what type of woman it is.
Okay.
The way I treat you is either going to be right or wrong, whatever. There's a right way
good.
to treat you. I'm not going to, because for me, I'm not going to treat you in the way your actions deserve. I'm going to treat you in the way my God said I should treat you.
Because of the character of
Because of the
person
character,
that
who ain't got nothing to do with you. It's got to do with who I am. And
Absolutely.
how God told me to be. Because even if you my enemy, God told me to love my enemy.
I am. Absolutely.
So I don't care. Like I'm me opening the door for you and treating you with respect. And
That's
all
just
that
who I am.
has nothing to do with who you are.
That's good.
Man, Derek Minor had a line in a song one time, and I never forgot. I thought it was a great line. He's like, if she forgot that she a queen, show her who she supposed to be.
Dang, that's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So it ain't like, oh, she out here doing whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
treat her as such.
Yep.
It's like, no, man, maybe she's never had anybody speak into her life in a certain way.
That's good.
One of the things I do with my wife, and my wife knows this, she'll be with me when I do it. Like sometimes we're out and I just have a sense, like, I was like, do you mind if I just compliment her? Because I just want to make sure whatever. I'm like, yeah, go for it. And I guess I like, look, I don't want nothing from you. This is my wife right here. I just wanted to say this for
Very
you.
good.
And I hope that, whatever. And like people are like, break down and cry sometimes, or like be like, yo, like nobody's ever said that to me before. Especially not wanting. I want people to know, like, I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah, that's double decker respect right there. This is my wife right here.
Right
but,
here.
Yeah.
We ain't whatever. But I asked her permission if I could just tell you.
Right.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of women just haven't been spoken to by a guy who doesn't want anything from them.
Yeah,
and I say this as a former dirtbag who used to manipulate.
Yeah, me too.
So I understand how this can be used that way.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm like, Lord, give me the rest of my life, give me the opportunity to use it this way.
Right.
So I don't think there's any, I don't want to treat people in the way, quote unquote, they may deserve if I see them acting out.
Because that's what culture's breeding right now.
Yeah, she lived this way, she do this, treat her like that.
Match the energy.
Yeah, don't save her, she don't want to be saved.
Right.
Cole one of the best out there. I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's like how do you find a metric for how you should treat a woman?
A woman in general, not my wife, just in general, right?
Yeah, period.
You know what? Well, maybe this is what changed. When I was younger, I didn't know. When I had my daughter, that gave me an ultimate metric of how to treat them, because I know how I want her treated. And even if I didn't have a daughter, I know how I would want my mother treated. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's powerful though, because like a lot of people say that. They say when I have a girl, now I realize
It changes
what
everything.
I did, what I saw, and I'm like, oh crap, like I gotta protect her from the old me or whatever, right? And that's cool. But like, how do we get to that place to where like, this is how I would want my mother treated?
There you go.
Treat everybody like that, whether I have a daughter or not.
Not.
That's the metric I'm trying to get to. How do you get to that?
Well, the thing is, the selfish mentality, always showing up with the attitude of what I can gain, keeps you from getting there. When you have an understanding and a respect for other people as you do for yourself, you can think in that way. You know what I'm saying? That causes the maturity in the mind to be like, how that's gonna make that person feel if I tell them that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
How would I feel if I received it? How would I feel if my mom was treated in that way? You know what I'm saying? So it's a level of maturity that's gained. And I think it also depends on where you're getting your guidance from. Because every young man gets his idea of how to be a young man or gain popularity with women from somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it your favorite rapper? Was it your uncle them?
Yeah.
Was it, you know what I'm saying? Did you get it from a reliable source? Because otherwise, you just gonna regurgitate kind of the maturity level comes from wherever you know you got it from and you grow from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
So, but for me, it was just that level of respect, that level of maturity to know it's a person. First of all, this ain't just somebody I'm gonna get something up out of. It's a person. You know what I'm saying? So how would I want to be treated? And that's, look like you feeling a little bad. I'm not gonna take advantage of your insecurities or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna uplift you, like you said. You know what I'm saying?
I think you said it. It's like if you go into a situation only with what I gain, it's very hard to give.
Yes.
Because your giving is conditional based on what you
What
can
you gonna give me?
Am I able to give? Am I able to give without me getting anything from this? So like Sho Baraka said in line 2 one time, he's like, if anything, we should model our great hero, always give 100% and expect 0. You know what I'm saying? I love that line.
Yes,
it's just
sir.
like, am I willing to, if I don't get any reciprocity in this situation, am I still going to give you the best of me?
Yeah.
Now, is that healthy? Is that a long term? Am I submitting myself to abuse? That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But in this interaction, in this relationship, in this piece, am I making sure that I'm good and I'm whole and I'm not relying on you to make me whole?
Yeah.
Therefore, I can give to you even if you don't return that back to me.
Absolutely.
And if this is not a healthy thing, then I'm not going to do that forever. I'm not gonna
separate myself from this
I got to
situation.
separate myself
Right.
from the situation.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean because you don't know how or you're not healthy enough to return to me what I need that I'm going to treat you any lesser.
Right.
It just means I may not allow myself to be treated poorly.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't mean I got to get, because when you don't have what you need from God, from your own self-care, from your own community, then when somebody doesn't return that to you, you can respond with revenge and spitefulness and get back or whatever. And like when you get to that point, you just need to remove yourself because you don't want to debase yourself and start treating somebody outside of how they're supposed to be treated.
Good.
So for me, man, like it's got to start with Imago Dei, right? It's got to start with image of God. It's got to start with the starting place of every conversation I have with anybody, man, male or female, is you are made in the image of God, in his likeness, like me, worthy of dignity, value, and worth. And the Son of God thought you were so important that while we were sinners, Christ died for us. While we were on our worst day, he gave his life for the opportunity for you to respond and become all that he called you to be. So if the starting point from that, on your worst day, is image of God, and heaven thought you were worth that while you were in your sin. How dare I come to you when you having a bad day and treat you according to that bad day you had? How dare I not? So I gotta make myself get out of my flesh.
Yeah.
And treat somebody with the calling from heaven that, bro, you're made in the image of God. Sis, you're made in the image of
So
God.
I treat you with that same respect.
I fall short. I don't do it perfect.
Absolutely.
And when I fail as a human, I repent, I fix it, I make it up. But I'm trying to train myself that my way to treat you is image of God. And then when it comes to the gender piece of it, I'm like, all right, this is a woman made in the image of God. How am I going to treat one of God's daughters right now? If I see her like struggling to carry her groceries in, or something's going on, or like she's whatever, or just whatever, or just even lifting her up and just
somebody else disrespect.
Somebody else disrespect. How am I willing to jump in? How am I going to treat you? Like this is, I got to start not with, well, what did she do? Did she earn that? Like whatever. Like she did it to herself. Like I can't start there. I got to start with, bro, this is God's daughter.
Yeah.
So how do I jump in this situation and treat on his behalf this woman that he loves dearly?
Yeah.
And that's the starting place for a stranger, for an enemy, let alone a friend, family, or romantic relationship.
Showing the love of God can change things.
But you got to understand the love of God for yourself
before you can do that.
You can't do it. Like that's why it's love the Lord God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. So you understand God, His love, His character, who you should be, and then the greatest commandment. The second one's like it: love your neighbor as yourself. So
and you got to love yourself to do that, to understand that.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this question. From that standpoint, I've seen situations where there is a woman who's been treated so badly over time. When a man comes showing the love of God or treating her with respect, she lashes out at this man because she doesn't understand how to even respond to love.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I mean, it depends on what that relationship is supposed to be.
Okay.
So like
what are they trying to make trying to make a relationship, want to see us go further as a couple possibly?
Yeah, so if this man feels like this is the woman I want to pursue, I see who she is, I see who she can be, it ain't just physical, there's more here, like da-da-da-da, but she's got this relational thing here and this emotional thing that we got to work on together. And I'm willing to put the work in because I do have an interest. I
see the value.
I want to be more than just a friend. So if this is something I can deal with as she heals and I'm willing to risk that, now I've got to see, this is my opinion, I got to see how willing is she to work on healing from that. How willing is she to allow me to earn her trust? How willing is she to deal with the trauma she's dealt with that causes her to not have this situation? How willing is she to forgive when I finally do earn the trust and then I let her down because I have a bad day? And if those things are like lining up with like, oh, she wants to go to counseling, oh, she wants to trust, oh, like then I'm willing to put myself in a position to potentially be hurt on not great days because I see the bigger picture of what this can be.
Yeah.
And so there's this piece of like self-sacrifice in that scenario. Well, like, oh no, this is, we pass the cordial stuff and we enjoy having dates and we laugh and joke. Now I'm seeing the scars.
Yeah.
And because I love you so much, I'm willing to work with you on that stuff. If you get to a point where she draws a line and she's unwilling to work on certain things, then I think you got to make some decisions.
Right.
Like that's the part where it's like, no, I'm good here. I'm not fixing this. You got to take all of me or whatever.
Right.
Well, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get better for you. If you're not trying to get better for me, maybe I don't need to enter into a lifelong covenant with you, or maybe let's stay friends though. Feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a piece to where like, don't jump in if they're not willing to jump in with you.
Absolutely.
And jumping in, maybe I got to work on
because we all got to sacrifice.
We all got to sacrifice. The sacrifice for me may be dealing with some stuff here, whatever. And the sacrifice for you may be dealing with stuff you don't want to do and doing work you don't want to do. And the sacrifice for me is being patient while that's happening, while I'm growing me, or vice versa. Like it's women dealing with that with men. So like, are we willing to identify the stuff that's hanging us up emotionally, the stuff that has us lashing out, the stuff that has us not receiving love?
There's some level of that with all of us.
Everybody got that.
Because life has done some things to us. Things have taken place that if you're going to try to join with somebody, They coming with bags at the door.
Everybody come with bags.
So I think
you can't travel through life and not show
you
up with
cannot.
bags.
I think the issue is on both sides now. No one wants to really put in the work. They're waiting for somebody to show up bagless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or kick rocks. There's some work to be done. You know what I'm saying? With me and Van, we both had some things that we had to deal with. But what made our relationship so amazing was we were friends first. We would have these deep conversations about life, about, once we got comfortable, about our hurts, the things that caused us issues. And I got to learn what her triggers were, what her issues were. And that helped me to be able to treat her better, to prescribe a certain love that worked well with her, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to, when answering this question on, how do you treat a woman, you got to be willing to, if you find value in them, you got to be willing to make some sacrifices to fill those emotional voids.
Yeah.
I think there's some work that has
Doesn't
to
work.
be done.
I think too, man, like when you're in a relationship, you got to commit to continual learning. Because as you growing and changing and evolving, or whatever language you want to use, so is this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more that they're changing, growing, experiences are happening, while there may be stuff that need to be dealt with from the previous batch that never got dealt with.
Yep.
And like as you learning and growing and stuff is happening, we just kind of hope that growth and experience and time just fixes stuff that we didn't deal with.
Yeah.
But that stuff gonna pop back up.
Yeah.
So we still gotta go deal with it. So as you going through stuff and growing and learning, and you're like, oh, you still have this pain back here, and that causes you to not receive this well over here. And we still gotta, I just learned, and we still gotta go back and do this thing.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do that with me, kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? Man, even the other day, man, my wife and I we just celebrated 19 years, bro.
Come on,
Right?
bro.
Great.
Congratulations,
Hallelujah.
bro.
You know what I mean?
19 years.
And so we know the love languages and all the stuff. And
Yeah.
she hears love like this and speaks it like that, and so do I. I know all that crap. I still, at the core of my wiring, have difficulty making sure I'm not forcing her to receive love the way I receive it.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the other day, I was like, man, she said this. Why'd I get mad? Why did whatever? She know this about me, da da da. And I realized that I was hearing and receiving things that was the inverse of how she needed to hear and receive things.
That's how you.
That's how
It's my language.
So that was my language, and I was like, dang, I gotta really make a plan to say I love you this way with my actions.
Yeah.
This type of gift.
Yes.
With her, she gotta really try to make a plan to make sure she give me a hug, that pat me on the back, say, babe, good job, I appreciate you. Cause that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need, she'll tell me I love, still, 19 years in, she'll tell me she loved me the way she hear it, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And we were just, without paying attention, we just slipped into habits and missed each other. Cause you gotta, while you're continually learning, you gotta be super intentional with loving this person the way that they hear love, as long as that's healthy, obviously. You know
That's
what I'm
good.
saying?
No, that's good. That's good.
That was something else I came up on. I feel like there's been one or two instances where one was like, no, I'm good. And just like, go ahead in, I got it. And I was like, dang, okay. But like, I didn't know what they've been through. So I was like, I'm not going to take that personal shit on me. But like, for me, I'm on some like, it is my job to open the door for you. It is my job to make sure you get in here safe. It is my job. Like if I see somebody walking alone and I'm just looking around and I feel like there's somebody like creepy looking at them crazy.
Yeah.
I won't say a word to nobody, but I just step in between on something.
Absolutely.
Like, not around me, dog. Like that ain't gonna happen. So
That's
like,
classic man moves. Like,
that's just something I think, I don't even know if I was like told this is what you do.
Yeah.
But I saw my grandfather do that for my family.
Yeah, some stuff you pick it up from men. Yeah.
So I saw that. So what I try to teach my son is when me and my wife and my daughter and my son go out somewhere, we'll go on the separate sides of the car, and I tell my son, open the door for your mother. I got your daughter. I got your sister. So I'll make sure, and then we get out the car, we get back in the car, we switch it up. All right, go open the door for your sister. I got you.
That's good.
And I try to teach him like, this is your job. And I want my daughter and my wife to expect that.
Absolutely.
And I want my son to expect I got to open the door.
Absolutely.
And not even on something they can't open the door for themselves.
Yeah.
But just on some, my job as a man is to honor you first, regardless of what you do. You ain't got to open the door for me.
Yep.
I'm opening this door for you.
I stopped Van like, what you about to touch the door for? I got you.
So I'm gonna tell you why. I'm saying all this. I'm a hypocrite. Was in Florida all this week, and I was down there with Tia and Shikana and her friend Rylan, And so like we was all getting in the car. It was like 3 doors to open. I got to pick one, dog.
Right.
So like, so
I ain't no sky cat.
yeah, so like, I opened the door for my daughter because she was sitting right behind me. And they were like, y'all gotta figure it out. And then at one point it was at the end of the trip. I was like, dang, I spent the whole week opening the door for one person. They're not even expecting me to open the door for them. Let me mess it up. So I opened the door for Connor real quick, and then I ran around the other side. And just to set an example, I know it's just one of me. I could tell y'all to wait.
Yeah.
I should have done that this week.
Yes.
But they already know where I'm at because I protected them in other ways. But I feel like that's a role.
No, it is.
I feel like that's a role.
We have to be in the, bro, when Layla was coming up, I would go on daddy-daughter dates. Sometimes I take her, not all the time, but I take her to like a real fancy restaurant, right? I open her door, take her in, treat her like the woman I want her to be treated like. You know what I mean? Valentine's Day, I never missed. Every Valentine's Day, I get her a card, I get her a balloon, and we do that every time. I didn't say nothing, explain why. I just wanted her to get used to being treated like a woman. And even to this day, we will go on a daddy-daughter date. Hey, how things going? We talk through things and things like that. But I didn't want her to get out here and be wooed or shocked, or I want her to know how she should be treated.
Because you don't want her to settle for somebody
set a standard
that's not going to do that stuff.
Set a standard.
Or you don't want her to be tricked by a dude that'll do that
there
stuff
you go.
to get something crazy.
My dad ain't been doing this for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not wooed by it, but I also feel like there's a standard. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So that's important. And again, if I took that time with my daughter, that's the same type of respect I'm gonna give any woman that I run across.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Since you have a standard of how you treat all women, what differentiates how you treat your wife? There's even more than that. Or is there?
No, it's my wife definitely gets like the gold package of that. You know what I'm saying? like her package is, the peak platinum
drink.
Yeah. So, my wife, of course, there's a deeper level of intimacy with us. You feel what I'm saying? There's a deeper level of that. So I'm gonna always treat women with respect, but there is definitely a clear separation between my wife. There's certain access points as well. You feel what I'm saying? I think social media, getting into how to treat women, I think social media has given us access to everybody in a lot of the wrong ways. Like, I don't want my wife I want people to have access to my wife on social media or in other places as, a regular person. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a differentiation.
Yeah, no doubt.
You feel?
No, because I feel like with your wife, like you said, you're in covenant with.
Yes.
I've committed my life to you.
Yes.
I'm waking up and I'm going to sleep and I'm planning life and we figure it together. Like, that's it. It doesn't mean because I respect you so much that I disrespect other women.
No.
But they don't get access to me. They don't get my emotional attention that you get. Right? So like, and that's that. They said people end up in emotional affairs.
That happens.
Where
that has happened.
Nothing physical. It has.
Yeah.
So nothing physical, but like you gave way too much intimacy and access and secrets and stuff to somebody, and y'all started feeling the way y'all shouldn't have felt. And so, I mean, since you've been there, man, share, how did that happen?
Well, what ends up happening is, and that's what I say about the access piece. There's certain, you can be a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? But let's even say social media. If you got a wife at home, you ain't sitting liking on bikini pictures, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that sends a message.
Shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be. That sends a message that there's, there could be some interest. I'm looking at you in a different way. If I'm out, how it happened with me was there was a situation where I always give people advice.
This is you and Van.
This is the other lady.
Oh, okay. The previous, gotcha.
Right, that went too far emotionally. You can help people, but when you start giving like certain advices, and because some women, if you're a little too friendly, if you giving certain advices on relationships and things like that, they could, and they're not receiving that, they could take that as, I want this. And if you continue, it's as if you're giving that. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what happened to you.
That's what happened to me. Just being Mr. Nice Guy and being a little bit too helpful. The responses that I was getting, and the lady was very attractive.
So in this situation, it
started innocent.
It was reciprocal. Like you started feeling for her as she was feeling for you.
Well, it was innocent at first. Okay. It was just helping, giving advice, talking things through. But then whenever I seen that there was emotions on the other end, I didn't unplug from it. I kept,
kept trying to help.
Yeah, but also understanding
but you knew
there's an attraction happening.
You knew it was much, but you kept going.
Yes, because to a man, that feel good, especially you ain't done that in a while. You know what I mean? Like, okay, all right, cool. We ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Because for a lot of people, cheating is doing something.
Right.
Yeah.
But no. That leads into it.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? You cracking the door. You feel what I'm saying? Then there's some flirty conversation that takes
give
place.
the enemy a foothold.
Yeah, that flirty conversation. And as soon as you delete and hide a text, you too far.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap.
You too far.
If I can't show this conversation to my wife, it's
too far. You're in too deep, cuz.
And that's always that's my metric, man. Like if I can't tell my wife about this conversation, I'm not having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I just straight up like I if there's a conversation happening with me and somebody else, because I give advice for a living, that's what I do. Like my wife is informed, she's looking at, she's there, and she's coming to the coffee. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that. So like it's cool. Like now it doesn't have to be on some like, because it's not even that she doesn't trust me. Like in before when we were dating, I was a dirtbag. I was not who I want. Not anybody I would have wanted my wife to end up with. Not anybody I want my daughter to end up with.
Absolutely
I was
not how that goes.
I was not a great person, right? Christ changed me completely. But there was a process early on of me proving and earning trust back that my wife deserved. Yeah. Because I screwed up. Right? So then one day I noticed we passed the barrier where she didn't ask where I was going anymore. She didn't look at my phone. She didn't, who you with? She had to do that anymore.
Integrity comes.
I earned the trust, whatever, right? But as a boundary marker, we're still like, hey, just as a heads up, got to meet with so-and-so.
I'm in Johnny house.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Johnny or whatever.
Right.
Or I'm meeting with so-and-so. We had Panera Bread at this place in a public spot. We having a business meeting and we talking about this.
Should whatever. Be out in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, holler at me like, what? You free? You want to come? Like, there's still that thing to where she doesn't expect me to not have conversations with females. You know what I'm saying? She knows this. But like, there's also a situation where that we got clear boundary markers.
Absolutely.
And we all aware of whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big part of knowing how to treat your woman.
Yeah. So it's just, because I mean, for real, like, here's something people don't want to talk about. Like, back on cheating. A lot of people think cheating is doing something. And it is. But cheating is emotionally slipping into something.
Absolutely.
Cheating is pornography.
Absolutely.
That's cheating, dog.
It is.
That's cheating, bro.
You're getting turned on by somebody else, and your wife will feel away.
She'll feel away.
She will feel away.
And if she's involved with that and y'all watching this cool with each other, that's y'all cheating with each other.
Yes. Because, I mean, for real, it'll get to a point to where, I don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you turned on by.
It could.
And that brings insecurities on your lady.
It could. What I'm saying? It could. But in the case that it doesn't, all this is Diddy stuff virtually.
It is. It is.
Right?
It is.
Like,
yes, it is.
You know, if they brought somebody in the room to participate, whatever, but over here, you just watching it on camera.
Yes. It'll mess up your love life, too.
We talked about this earlier, man. People, especially if you're in the faith. If you're not in the faith, I'm not, but I hope you get there. But like, if you are in the faith, you got to read, bro. Like, what did he say? He said, if you look at this.
Sure did.
And then
in a lustful.
You might as well did it.
That's what this is all about, ain't it? Looking and lust.
Right. If you looking after this.
Yes.
So if you can't pull your eyes away from the screen, you can't stop staring at that bikini pic.
Yeah.
You can't stop listening to rappers rap about how they smashing all these chicks and your heart wants to be like that.
Yeah.
All that's cheating, dog.
Yeah.
And like this, and that's such a foreign concept.
It is.
To people that feels over the top. But I mean, if you want to look at our divorce rates, our unhealthy relationships, and everything that's going on, something ain't right. We got to stop living like that, expecting to get healthy marriages from enjoying unhealthy stuff.
That's true.
So if I'm going to treat a woman with respect, I'm not going to sit here and I could watch the movie and the woman just come on screen is like super attractive. My heart, my eyes or something are starting to drift somewhere I need to go. I need to walk away, look away, cut the movie off, fast forward, or leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not, it ain't even about, well, you ain't doing nothing. I don't want my heart to do nothing.
There you go. Because that's the beginning of it.
Mine to do nothing.
Yes.
That's where it starts.
That is exactly.
If you allow your emotions, you could be watching a movie, dog, and they'd be like, dang, man, I wish my woman treated me like that. Dang, I wish, man, I wish she would get this. Why can't my woman? You start to slip down that path. I'm not saying that there aren't things that need to be worked on over there. And I'm saying that maybe she does need to step her game up. Maybe you need to step your game, whatever it is. But work on that. Don't let your heart start to slip over here to somebody else, whether real, perceived, social, DM, coworker, whatever. Because you'll start to look for outlets to get that and justify it along the way.
Bro, it works the same way with marketing. If they constantly showing you a Pepsi on TV, at some point, man, I'm gonna get that new cherry Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? They show you a new burger. You know what I'm saying?
Mango Pepsi, bro.
They got a mango Pepsi?
No, they only do it at certain places. When I talk about crack cocaine, dog,
For real?
listen, I don't even do dark soda. I see that mango Pepsi, man.
Let's try that out.
We had a whole conversation about discipline right now. All discipline.
But I'm gonna try that mango Pepsi.
But I don't know. I don't see it that much no more. But bro, me and my wife was like, bro, where is that mango?
And that's exactly what I'm saying to you. If they had commercials about it, I would have been and drunk it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how much crack. I ain't seen their commercial ever for that joint.
I ain't never seen it.
When we seen it,
Yes.
I'm talking about 340s. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell the church. They got to think we disciplined. We got to buy all these.
Yeah. If you get something before I do, definitely save me a can.
I ain't saving you nothing, bro. I'm about to drink.
Dang, that's crazy, man.
sorry.
That's wild. But it's the same way, though. The same way as we're drawn into things in that nature. It plants a seed. I saw it. I want to try that out. Same thing with, the women. Same thing with the things that what you feed grows, what you starve dies off. So part of respecting your woman is feeding yourself things that are healthy for your relationship.
That's a fact.
And that's
you got to have a metric for truth. Otherwise, we just guess her. So as we wrap, the stuff that you need to feed yourself is, from a faith perspective, that's always going to be the word of God. You got to go.
Absolutely.
How do the scriptures say?
Yep.
And don't cherry pick the verses that prove one way or the other. Like, no, the Bible hates women. The Bible.
The whole thing.
Don't do all that.
Yeah.
Look at the whole thing. Look at all that. Like, if you look at the whole counsel of scripture, there's an elevation, not a tearing down. Anyway, that's the standard of truth. I need to love people like this because it's what Jesus did, right? If that's not your metric, look at the healthy relationships in your life, or the ones you aspire to. How are they treating each other?
Yeah.
And how is it countercultural? Because if you see everybody doing this, and the culture where men and women verse each other, and then you see this one healthy thing, and they live different, and they've been married for 40 years, and how my grandparents, you got to pay attention to the stuff that works, because all this other stuff ain't working.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, like, you got to find a metric for truth that doesn't change with the culture, that doesn't change with your emotions, that doesn't change with the times, but that is objectively true and works.
Yeah.
And look at the evidence that it works, and then commit yourself to changing metrics over and living that way.
That's good.
You got to have that, man, if you're going to know how to treat each other.
Absolutely.
Enemies, friends, romantic relationships, and men specifically for this episode, how to treat women out here.
Absolutely.
Find a metric. The best metric for you is scripture. Other than that, look for healthy relationships that can mentor you.
I got one other thing to add to that.
that.
Also, if you make a mess, clean up. So, I can't say that I had the emotional thing and just leave high, because some people gonna be like, well, how did it end? You know what I'm saying?
It's still going on.
Yeah. So let me cap this off and put a period on the end of this.
Love to hang.
No, I ain't gonna let you do that.
Still in the DM today.
Right. So
This is my confession.
once if you get in a position where you make a mistake and your wife or a significant other actually gives you the grace of forgiveness, you have to be willing to clean that up. Not only not doing that thing anymore, but also earning that trust back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little time. It takes long conversations sometimes. You may get asked some things that you don't want to answer, you don't want to deal with. But if you value this relationship and you know humbly that you made the mistake, you have to clean that up.
Yeah, man.
And you got to be man enough to do that.
That's a fact.
And take whatever time it takes to make that happen.
That's a fact.
And that's how you keep relationships strong. That's how you keep that trust strong and earn those things back.
Hey man, thank you so much for watching this episode. Do me a favor. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. go to the show notes, do all the things, and let us know what you're feeling because we'd love to hear from you. Appreciate you.